Hey everyone, it's your favorite puck buddy, and today we are breaking the ice on making edible Stanley Cups. It's Stanley Cup season. I am so excited for all of the parties to come, and I want to teach you how to make your own edible Stanley Cup so you can bring it just to get into the game day spirit. You're only going to need 3 cake cones to make the Stanley Cup, and it's a super simple process, so let's get into it. What we're going to first do is take one of our cones
and a good serrated knife
and kind of cut along this base right here. And don't worry, it's pretty easy. It should just cut simply like that. So now we have these 2 pieces detached. What we're going to do now is take this cake cone, and
also, I melted some white chocolate. You can use regular chocolate as well, but white chocolate is a little bit easier for this process when it comes to painting our Stanley Cups. So you can just dip this in if you want to, but I find it to just be a little bit more neat to spread it on the inside because this chocolate is going to work essentially as an adhesive to connect it to the other cake cone. So I'm just gonna put these in there. Get these nice and coated just on the edges.
And then this is gonna be really difficult. You're just gonna place it on top.
Okay, so now we have the bottom half of our Stanley Cup done. We're gonna set that there.
What we're going to do now is take this little piece that we cut off, do the same thing by lining the inside, because again, we're going to connect it. Let it drip out. We're gonna put that on the top. So now we have 2 full cones layered with just the bottom of one of the cake cones.
And then the last thing we're going to do is take this part. So layer it with the chocolate adhesive, if you will.
And we're going to set it on top like so. So now we have the basic shape of our edible Stanley Cup.
Now, you do need to let the chocolate sit for a little bit, so we're going to do that, and then we'll come right back. Okay, we are back. Our chocolate has set, and now it is time to get to the fun part, which is painting our Stanley Cups to make them look even more realistic.
So I like to do kind of a 2-step process. I got these edible paints, silver paints offline. So I'm just gonna pour a little bit into this bowl, get a food-safe paintbrush, and now we become artists. And we're going to paint our Stanley Cups just to get them that beautiful silver color. And the bigger the brush you use, obviously the faster that this is going to work and you'll get this done. But it's super fun, and this is such an easy little project to do. And I think it will impress all of your hockey friends when you throw your party. I'm hoping that they impress mine when I throw my party. So we're just gonna keep painting this. And this can get a little messy. You might get a little bit of paint on your fingers, but it's okay. It washes right off. And it's edible, so I don't know. I guess if you don't want to wash it off, you can lick it off, but maybe don't do that. Leave the flavor for your cone. Okay, and now we are getting to the top. Okay, we're getting this nice and silver. Almost done painting it. Okay, perfect.
So we kind of have this first little silver coat done on our Stanley Cup. So I like to do an extra step, and I like to add this silver shimmer dust just to add it on top of the wet layer, just to make it even more shiny and Stanley Cup-like.
Who do you guys think is going to win? I want to know. Send me a message. I'm very excited. This is always like one of my favorite times of the year when the Stanley Cup is happening. It's so much fun. So yeah, we're just gonna keep covering this with our silver shimmer. And you know, they don't have to be perfect, but they're pretty close. Okay. And once we have those nice and painted, we'll let them dry. And again, I will come right back and we will fill them up with yummy candy. Okay, we are back. Our paint is dry. We have a couple more Stanley Cups filled up.
And I am going to just add these little alternative M&Ms to my Stanley Cup. So you can dish them up, but feel free to put whatever you want in there. Fill them with ice cream. I mean, they are ice cream cones.
But that is how you make your own edible Stanley Cups. Super simple, doesn't take a lot of ingredients. You don't have to do as many steps when it comes to painting if you don't want to.
I just did because it makes them look prettier.
Thank you guys so much for watching. I am so excited for the Stanley Cup. I know you are too. And I can't wait to catch you in the next one. Make sure to visit me over at onlyfans.com/puckbuddy if you want to keep talking all things hockey, and I'll visit you in the next one. Bye guys.